This is our clients page. It's going to keep a full list of all the clients that have done business with us, whether we've put them in manually. We can do so like we saw from creating a manual order. If it's a brand new client, we can create a new client from within that order creation process. But conversely, if we want to add a client all by itself without an order for today, we can add a client right here with our Add Client button, and that will walk us through the same steps that we saw on that other pop-up. Give us a screen where we can collect our client's information and build out their profile. Same thing, we can set them to tax exempt if that's something that's useful for them, or if they can prove that they are tax exempt. So we haven't implemented this yet, but the system does have the ability to allow customers to log in and potentially see things like previous orders. And if we were going to implement that on a site, we can set up the customer's username and password using their email address and, of course, a password that we can set for them. All customers that check out with an email that the system recognizes will see a summary of previous orders with us at the final step of their checkout. Also, at the early steps of their checkout, if they're using an email that's already been used with us, it will autofill all the rest of the information, kind of like it's doing here. So that's a nice, sort of step saver for our repeat customers and our repeat orderers. They'll be able to check out, hopefully, with the same email address, and that will allow them to basically autofill all of the fields on their checkout process. Won't create a new client today. We'll go into an existing client. We'll just go ahead and go into Me so that we can look at a completed client page. So again, if the customer's been set up with the username and password, great. That will be up here at the top. All the sort of standard client information is accessible to us from within the client page. We've got name, we've got address, phone number, business, if they're a business, what business they're associated with. Again, address, tax exempt. So here's that custom category system that I was talking about earlier. We can create categories. There's a little plus button right here. We can create new categories, give it a name, and we'll add it to our list. We also manage our current list of categories from here. If we'd like to delete one that we're no longer needing to use, we can delete a previously created category. And that allows us to segment our list, right? We may have school event customers. That's what they order from us for, is for their school fairs and school festivals and gatherings. And so we might just put that customer into that category, and then from the previous, full list view of our clients, we can filter just by that category and look at all of our school event customers. We may have customers that are kind of a bit hard to work with. We just know that they're always very needy and sort of hard to work with. We will work with them, but it's nice to know ahead of time, yes, they're in our hard to work with button. So we kind of know from the minute that they create an order with us that it's going to be a journey. And anything else that's useful to segment our list: corporate customers, company picnic type customers, residential customers, so on and so forth. We can customize these categories to our heart's content, and that allows us to filter based on those. Give it an address. We've got a status button on all of our customer screens. So we talked about hard to work with customers. We will work with them. They are allowed to book with us, but we might want to know that they're just trouble for whatever reason. We may have other customers that we decide we don't want to work with ever again, and so we can turn status off on any one of our customers, and this disables their ability to order from our website, as long as they use the information that they gave us last time. The system will remember them based on their email and name and whatnot. And so if they came and tried to check out with a different email and a different name, then the system would obviously not know it was the same person returning. But as long as they were using the same information, our system would tell them, nope, sorry, you can't order from us. So we can shut customers off from being able to order from us if that's useful. Hopefully we never need to use that, but occasionally stuff happens in life, and that's what that's for. You can see here every customer gets an order history. So for our repeat visitors, this will obviously build out longer and longer and longer every time they order with us. We get the order ID, so if a customer did want to call in and say, hey, I ordered from you last year for my son's birthday and I don't remember what I got, he'd like to do the exact same party again. We can quickly revisit a previous order with that customer, figure out exactly what they got, and put that same order together for them. Similar to the orders themselves, each of our customer page has a notes section as well. So we may want to keep notes on our customer, delivery information. It might be information about the types of events they have, anything else that's useful. We can keep notes on that customer page, and that way anytime we look at that customer page, we'll see what notes we left for ourselves. So I don't need to save anything we've done here. I'll just go ahead and hit cancel. We'll go back. That was our customer screen itself. Back here on our CRM, similarly to the order page, we can filter this to our heart's content. Over here, you can see our categories. So if we just wanted to look at customers that we do school events for, we can click our custom school event category and only see customers that we've placed in that category. If we want to look at our hard to work with customers, we can filter by that. If we wanted to look at corporate customers, or again, any other custom categories that we might set up, we can filter quickly based on all those. We can also set it back to view all if we don't want to be segmented. If we are using that inactive status and we're turning customers off, we've got customers that we disabled from being able to order from our store, we could filter that way. Maybe we've decided to patch ties and we want to reactivate them, or we just want to see how big that list is. We can look at inactive customers, or only look at active customers if that's useful. We've got some alphabetical sorting here. We just want to look D to G. We can quickly sort that way. So that's a quick way to sort based on the alphabet. We've also got recently viewed here. We're going to see that over in the product section as well. If we're working with any customers actively, they'll be up here in our recently viewed list. So if we quickly needed to work with that customer again today, they'll be here first or second or third, or however soon we've worked with them, and we can quickly create a new order for that customer if they're a common and repeat visitor. If we just needed to email or call them, we've got dedicated buttons up for that up here as well. So we don't need to actually even click into their card. We can just sort of get to work on that customer. And that list grows, so we can cycle through it. If we're looking for someone specific just to get a quick phone call or email out, we can do that.